works better than any of the rest of them. And it's made with store-bought pie crust. So you're going to need at least 2 good-sized breasts, boiled or cooked in some kind of way. It could even be rotisserie chicken, just chopped up. This is probably actually too much, but it was just 2 breasts, 2 chicken breasts. That was it. I use veg all casserole, and we drain that. And this is a large can. This is the 29-ounce can. Vegetables out. Then put can of cream chicken soup in here. Now it's the 10.5-ounce can. I'll have to stir it up and see if this is going to be enough. If not, I'll have to add another can. But you shouldn't have to add any more than 2, or you can do 1 family size. Let's see. This is really easy. The most complicated part of this whole thing is getting the crust on top of the other crust. So I always buy a 2-pack of crust, because we want bottom crust and top. This may not even all fit in there, so we'll have to see. Yeah. Here we go. So the only other thing I do is right before I put the top crust on, and I'll show you that here in a second, I sprinkle, let's see, try not to bottle pepper either. Paprika, ground pepper, a little bit of onion powder, onto the vegetables. Now, I will tell you, you need to get a cookie sheet and put hot on, because it could overflow. So, let me get that real quick. Okay, now, your crust needs to be thawed. So, usually you buy them frozen. Now, I prefer deep dish. That way I can get as much in there as I possibly can. But I'm not even sure if these are deep dish enough. Because it looks like I've got enough filling for 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting it in there. We'll see. So this was 1 large can of vegetables, 2 chicken breasts, and 2 small cans of cream of chicken soup. In there as I can. And you can kind of pile it high, because this other crust is going to go on top and it's going to kind of be puffy. Trying to get it all on there. I think it's going to be fine. It may overflow, but that's still okay. Because we've got a pan under it that's going to catch it. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Okay. Okay. crust is going to tear. Sorry, that was my oven. You need to be preheated to 350, by the way. Take a little bit of onion powder. Sprinkle on the top. Don't go crazy, just kind of sprinkle. A little bit of pepper. And a little bit of paprika. Probably not going to look pretty while done. You can find out, you could just figure out a better way of doing it than do it. But I've always just dumped it on there. Because if I'm not careful, it will tear. And it's already doing that. Alright, usually what I do, just kind of mash a little bit. Be firm, don't be too firm. And it's okay if it tears. And then just kind of pinch the sides together. You can do it all fancy or you can just push it down, it's fine. Okay, now, even though it tore, I'm still going to need a vent. So, take a knife and cut little slits in it. And that's it. Put it in the oven for 350. Everything inside the crust is cooked. All you're doing is cooking the bottom crust and the top crust, and that's it. So you need to keep that in mind. Keep an eye on it. When the brown crust starts to brown, you need to tint it with some foil. Don't tint it yet until it starts to brown. Then tint it, because you're trying to get that bottom cooked. So it shouldn't take long, maybe 30 minutes at the most, but you're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Okay, I'll meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so this is the finished product. As you can see, it did overflow a little bit, which is fine. At least I know it got good and cooked all the way through. So it's heated through. It's not very gorgeous or anything like that, but it's a really simple way to use the crust. Pop one on top of the other, you're good to go. You don't have to roll it out, you don't have to do anything. Now you can, and I have done it, the crust that come in rolls. I want to say Pillsbury makes them. I'm not sure of anybody else that makes them. You can use that, same thing. But it's really simple, and to me, the crusts are way better than the biscuit toppings. And this has got a crust on the top and bottom. But you don't have to do it that way. You can just do just a top if that's what you wanted to do. But it's really easy, really simple, really delicious, and you just kind of throw everything together and then you're done.